The cream of the crop. Y'all give yourselves a round of applause. Now, I just came by real quick. That's why I'm in my work clothes. You understand what I'm saying? To stop by real quick before I go to happy hour to say that any time that a black woman gets placed into a position of authority, there will always be those men, no matter what color they are, that are not built to listen to a woman. I said built. They didn't show up that way. They were made that way. And now they go through life talking about everybody's equal and everything should be fair and we should all recognize and respect the system until they see a sister. Then all of a sudden it's, I'm just going to do enough to keep her happy. Because that's how men are conditioned in this country. Not to pour into you so you can achieve your dreams. Not to support you when no matter whatever crazy idea you come up with unconditionally, whether it fails or successful. We are only trained to do one thing, and that's keep her happy. But that's not what this job asks for. This is not a happy job. If it was a happy job, I would never have come to this city. So apparently it's time, as the creator says, to change the game. And when LeBron told me that a sister was going to step into the shoes to do the job that someone else did, and a sister got murdered on that watch, then I expect a sister to make sure it never happens again. Y'all with me on that? Now, I said this the last time I was here. Tearing up the joint does not change laws. Beating each other up doesn't change laws. Because the law is how we live as a society. Slavery used to be the law. So in order for things to change, you have to change the people who have the power to change the policies or change the laws. Which means, as I said before, I'm going to say it here in this room, until we as a people put our heads together and stop hating each other by default, stop being suspicious of each other by default, stop thinking that all of us that's trying to do something must be doing it for some nefarious reason by default, until we get past all of that and come collectively to the table and say, what's the 5 things that's really affecting all black people? Everywhere. What's the top 5? Let's write them down. And after we write them down, let's put them in a document. And anybody that wants our political support or wants our financial support, you have to agree that you will achieve these 5 things or you don't get our support at all. I'm not talking about promises. I'm talking about a document you sign. The same way you have to go in front of the Jewish pack and you have to agree that you will do these 5 things. Or you don't get the Jewish vote. In this particular instance, everybody's talking about police reform. Everybody's saying that, well, it's the cops' fault. Everybody's talking like if you change policing, everything else will fix itself. I'm sorry to be the one to break the news to you, but our problems are a lot deeper than who shows up when something goes wrong. You have to examine why these things are going wrong, and you have to change them. You change them, you change society. You change society, you change the crime patterns. You change the crime patterns, her job just becomes a whole lot easier. Y'all following me or am I just talking to myself? See, when you tell people the truth, they get quiet. You know why? Because you hear the truth in here, not out here. And some of y'all sitting in this room right now, no matter what I say to you, it'll go in one ear and out the other. Because you cannot erase 150 years to get rid of 246 years of physical and mental enslavement. You can't do it. 400 years of being enslaved as a people. You can't erase that in 156 years. That's how long you've been free. You can't erase it in 57 years because that's how long you've been a person. You've only been a person since I've been born. Matter of fact, let me check y'all real quick. I was born not a full citizen. Civil Rights Act was passed in 1964. I was born in 1963. So I wasn't even born a full person. So in my lifetime, y'all walking around here trying to act like it's always been this way. It has not. The same people who made you think the way that you think, and the same people who put the chains on your mind, and the same people who made you hate your own, and the same people that didn't even consider our women worthy of a law when they were raped, are the same people whose children right now are shooting us down in the streets. Now that we got the sister in Louisville. Y'all know I learned to say Louisville, right? Not Louisville. I had to get that straight. They talking. Did I get it right? Was that Louisville? Did I say it right? Everybody know how this shit. Good. Now that you got a sister sitting in that chair, all I can say is this. The footsteps of the righteous are ordered by God. There are no accidents. There are no perchances. There's no such thing as luck. Because I can't find that nowhere in the Holy Scriptures. I looked for it. I searched from Genesis to Revelation. It ain't there. But what I did find was that my children hear my voice. And my children respond to what I tell them to do. So every step that you've taken, you're supposed to be sitting in that seat hearing what I'm telling you right now. And that means to the sister that's about to assume this position, your footsteps have been ordered by the Most High. Everything you do, every thought that comes into your head, every dream that you have, every situation that you have to turn over, is only happening because he's allowing it. And you will not do one thing that you think is right, because when you do, he's going to treat you just like Jonah. Y'all remember Jonah? They told Jonah to go preach to some people he didn't want to preach to. They told him to go preach to the black folks. But he didn't want to preach to black folks. He wanted to preach to his folks. So he said, I'm not doing that. He went and did his own thing. But that's not what he was told to do, because my words will not return to me what? Somebody's a reader in here. And so he went and did a whole bunch of other stuff, and what ended up happening? All hell broke loose. And what did he end up doing? Exactly what he was told to do. So them dreams you're going to have, them thoughts that's going to pop up out of nowhere, something that's going to occur to you while you on your way into the office, that's him talking to you. Don't ignore him. These people need you. This community needs you. I need you. And I mean that. I need you more than you know. Because with you doing your job, I really don't have one. Then I can go back to what I used to do. But until then, I'm doing this so you can do that.